So there are symbols or characters that have special meaning to the shell. So asterisk and so globe. So asterisk, hashtag, ampersand. All these have a special meaning to shell. Question mark. Okay. So when you're using this globe character, you have to know that they are a special character. So there's a technique to use that character in your, let's say, file. Okay. So instead of manipulating a single files at a time, you can easily execute a command that will affect many files using the globe character. So one of them is asterisk. So like you guys said, everybody knows what asterisk means. Asterisk can stand for anything. Is a wildcard. So if we type this command, what is going to happen? Can somebody tell me? So observe and tell me what happened here.
Well, basically anything. Um, so basically, you're asking it to echo out the etc path, and then the next um, directory
Mhm.
or file will begin with T, and anything that begins with T will be shown.
Excellent. So I just wanted to display for anything that it start with T, okay, in etc directory. So we have time zone, okay, and TMP file. So that's what asterisk means. Also, so echo etc. So the pattern T plus matches any file in the etc directories that begin with the character T. So if you use character L, F, whatever character, the rest, the wildcard represent whatever is next. So there's another one. Let's see. Echo etc dash this command. Sam, what do you think? What this command is going to do? Echo etc. Well, it's the same command I type. No.
I think you're asking about the next command, the echo etc /star dot d.
Yes, yes. So anybody can interpret this command, what this command has done?
Yeah, so what it will do is that it will show up all the files that end with period D.
Yes. Well, this is actually the extension. So dot D, dot D, dot D, all the file that end with dot D, dot D extension. Excellent. So you can replace here, another example, echo. So you see, that's why it's important to create your own cheat sheet. So in the exam, if I ask you, okay, display all the file with the that start from R in such a directory, because you will create the directory in the exam. So in case you forget, you're allowed to use your cheat sheet. Anyway, it's up to you. This is something that if you can remember, fine. If you're not, so here etc r.conf. So any file starts from R, right, and end with .conf. So here is r syslog.conf and r resolve.conf. So there are two files in this directory. Okay. Now, next, the question mark. The question mark matches exactly one character, not more or not and not less. Okay. So let's suppose you want to display all of the files in the etc directory. Okay. In the etc directory that begin with the letter T and have exactly 7 characters after the T character. So here, what we can do, so it just remember that question mark matches only one. So we type question mark how many times?
That's 7 times.
7 times. Good job, Sam. All right, so we type 7 times, and guess what it's going to do? So it's going to list everything that starts with T and have 7 additional character. Okay. The asterisk and question mark could also be used together to look for files with 3-letter extensions. Okay, so look for a file with 3-letter extensions, which is very, very useful. So let's see, etc, and we're going to look for a file only with 3-letter extension, not more, not less. So there you go. So it lists the file net, which is 3-letter extension, gen. Okay. Let's see if there's any file with 4-letter extension. We'll do our own experiment. Wow, there are many files with 4-letter extension. Let's see if there are files with, I'm just curious, okay? Because this is not my system, a virtual machine. Yes, there are files with 5-letter extension. So this is how you can search for different files. Okay. Now, next one, brackets. All right, brackets are very, very useful. Brackets are used to match single character by the range of characters that are possible match. So, for example, okay, echo etc gu star. This echo etc gu star will print any file that begin with either G or U. So it's a range of character. Will begin either G or U character and contains 0 or more additional characters. So let's try it. So if you do this, well, it's the output is already there. So you can see. So it contains so it begin either with G or U, okay, and contains 0 or more different additional characters, meaning 0 or more. So any characters additional, okay. So you further modify the command. Brackets can also be used. Brackets can also be used to represent a range of characters by using dash character. You see, by using the dash character. Okay. So yeah.
I was just saying, so like in that example, A to D, that would be A, B, C, and D. That would be the range that it would look up.
Which example you're talking about?
The one right under what you have highlighted in black, echo
Yes.
etc.
Yes. So let's see. Okay, you're ahead. I was gonna, yeah. So brackets can also be used to represent range of character by using the character example any letter between and including A and D. So either it's between and including. Okay. So what is going to happen if I type this? Oh. So if you look at the output, so any character, okay, any letter between and including A and D. So it's A, B, C, and D. So between and including. Okay. So that's what you can do with bracket. Okay, the etc029 pattern displays any file that contains at least one number. So this is how you use the numbers with the bracket. So let's see. Do we get here the numbers? I think yes. Have you guys? Do you guys know about the ASCII or ASCII? I call it ASCII. Some people call ASCII. Did you learn about the ASCII tables, ASCII numbers?
Not really.
But you guys probably know what it is, right?
I have a vague idea of what it is.
Hmm. Okay, well, ASCII characters are used to your keyboard actually is used. It's ASCII characters that are turned into the letters. Okay, so the letter that you type. So that's what the company. That's what the computer uses. Okay. So this table defines a list. So the range is based on the ASCII text table, and it defines a list of characters, arranging them in a specific standard or order. Okay. If an invalid order is provided, no matches will be made. So the ASCII characters is from 0 to 9. That's the order. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Right? But if you change it to this, 9 to 0, what is going to happen? You won't find any match. Well, which you're not gonna do it actually. So that's what it means. Okay. Exclamation point. Exclamation point is used in conjunction with the square bracket to negate a range. So here, take the example. For example, the command echo etc, right, will display any file that does not begin with an A through T. Remember the last time we used the command that begin with A and U. Now we will use it. We will display file that does not begin with these ranges. So here, and for that you can use exclamation point. Okay, so if we type, ouch, so you see it shows the file that does not matches any file that does not begin with D or
Are wildcards a thing in Bash, or is that only in command prompt?
Bash is a command prompt, Richard. Bash is a shell command interpreter.
Yeah,
So when
but
you
like
say
command prompt
command
is
prompt,
CMD.
when you saying command prompt, it depends.
Isn't
Command
command
prompt
prompt a
can be
Windows command line?
bash, yeah. Oh, okay. So you're talking about Windows command prompt. Okay, yeah. Command prompt is not proprietary to Microsoft, Richard.
Oh, okay.
Command prompt, you can call this command prompt as
So
well.
a
You can
command line interpreter, a command prompt, it's the same thing.
exactly. So in
But
Microsoft, yes.
yeah, so
The
but
asterisk is
that's my
also used.
question. Like I know like an asterisk on CMD on Microsoft's, that's a wild card, but are
Yeah,
they considered
exactly.
wild cards on
Same thing.
Bash as well?
Yes. The thing is, listen, Unix was the first operating system, okay? And it was command line. Every other operating system is based on Unix. They are the copy of Unix, even Windows command prompt. The guy who wrote Windows, it wasn't Bill Gates, it was somebody else. I'm forgetting the name, and Bill Gates bought that up DOS from him. Okay, and he was the Unix guy. He just wanted to make it a smaller version of Unix for personal computers. Same thing with Linux. Linux is very, very close to Unix. Okay. So, yeah, same thing with Linux. It's a scaled down version of Unix. Now, let's go further. There are other operating systems that you will see. That's why I said, so the pattern, that's why you're going to see very lot of similarities between many different command line operating systems, such as Cisco. Cisco has their own iOS. Apple. is built on Apple's iOS is built on Unix. So those of you who are using Unix, you can use all these commands with Apple without installing anything. You can enable. How many of you have Mac? No. Anyway, so if you have a Mac, you just go. Or Mac has a terminal. Okay, you just open the terminal. It uses different shell. App it's called, I think, ZSE or something, which is very similar to this. But you can even use Bash shell, this shell, by enabling it in Apple, in Mac computer. Android is fully built on Linux, and when you start using more networking equipment, you will see most of the networking equipment, their operating system is based on Linux. So it's very good. It's very useful to learn Unix command, because it's not just. It doesn't mean that if you're not working with Linux or Unix system, it won't help you. And I explained it to you. The important thing is to learn the concept. Command, like I said, you can look up on the internet. You can create your own list of commands. They're easy, but understanding the concept is more important. And you can apply this understanding to know different type of application and the operating system. All right, listing with globe. So here, so the same way you can list, you can use ls with the globe character. For example, you can use like we use echo etc star a asterisk with all the command that starts from a. So you can also use ls command. So let's see if we use ls instead of echo. So it's the same thing. There's no, just use ls. It's going to list the file that start with, oh, there are a lot of files. So if the ls-gc command is run, what the shell would run would be this, ls etc. So it's going to run the whole path. Okay. So what else? So ls etc. Now consider what happened if ls command is passed a file such as etc.conf. It will just show, okay. Here, let's practice something. etc add user. Let's see if we type, choose asterisk, what would happen? So it find the same file. So if you don't let's say if you forget the extension, which is very common, okay, it will display the file. And we also use that in Cisco iOS as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you just want to understand globing or globy, it's a special character, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we could use just like what you're doing right now. It's just a special character.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just a special character. Exactly. It represent. So there are multiple. So far, what we have learned, what is special characters we have learned so far? We have learned asterisk. What else? Question mark. Brackets or braces. Sorry. Okay. And so they're all special characters that has a meaning, a specific meaning. Okay, now -d option. Let's see. So ls etc x star. What is going to happen, Charles, if I type, sorry, Sam, if I type this, what is going to happen? What do you think? Look at the command. Can you see the command?
Yes, I can see it. It has X.
Yeah, X star. What do you think is going to happen when you type
It's
this?
going to list out everything that comes with X, right?
There you go. So you know that. You understand? Okay, dash D. Use the dash D option that which tells ls command to display the name of directories instead of their contents. Okay, just the name of the directory instead of their contents. So if I type this, what is going to happen is just gonna name the directory. Okay, X directory start, not the content. Okay. All right. Next, copying files, which you guys do a lot, I guess, right? When you use your computer. Let's see how you do it in a command line. So the command is cp, okay, and cp source and destination. Very simple, like what you do copy in DOS. You guys have done some DOS, right? Command line.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's copy file. Same thing in iOS, sorry, Cisco iOS, another operating system. So source and file is copied. Okay, so here, the following command, this command will copy the etc host file to your home directory. Do you guys remember what this means? What this means? What is called tilde? What does it mean?
That's for the home directory.
Exactly.
It's a
So instead of
representation.
typing just / your home directory whole path, this is the shortcut. Think of it as a shortcut. Think of it as a wildcard as well. Okay, it's representing something, which is your home directory. Okay, so if I type, let's see if it copies. Now, how are we gonna verify it?
ls.
ls, yes. So you see it created a file. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, different options with copy file. -v option will cause the cp command to produce output if it's successful. Remember last time there was nothing, no message at all. It's just we type cp host and that's all. Then it show you the prompt. But maybe you want to verify, okay, if it's successful or not. So we can use the -v option. Okay. Now you see it verified that uh, 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 it's copied. Well, -v option stands for verbose. Okay. So let's try -v option. Okay, so we type this. Okay, another is when the destination is a directory, the resulting few new files keep the same name, okay, as the original file. To give the file a new name, so if you want to give the file a new name in the same command, either you can do is you can just copy and rename the file, right? But what if you want to get, but you can also give the new name by using the different name when you're copying it. So copy. So now the destination file will be host.copy. So if we type ls, now we have host file. Now we have new file, host.copy. Okay. Okay, so to avoid overwriting, the cp command can be harmful to existing data, because if you copy, it can overwrite already existed file. So with the -I options, okay, here I'm here, okay. So with the -I option, the cp command will prompt before overwriting a file with yes or no. So let's see if it does. So we type example.txe, okay. Oh, is there a txt file already exist? Okay, so we're gonna create cat. Cat is the command to create a file. Example.txt, okay. No. Is it example? No. All right, so we're just going to use this host.copy, okay, to see if it prompts you to override the file, okay. So instead of example.txt, just type host.copy. cp overwrite, okay. So you see it asks you for overwrite. So make a habit, if you're copying, use the -I options, so it's better. So either yes or no, okay. Just click yes, it will overwrite, okay. If you want automatically answer no, okay, if you want automatically answer no, you can use -N instead of -I. Okay, so it's not going to ask you, just it will use as. So let's see if we copy this to the home directory, and it's just not specified omitting directory, so it did not copy anything. Okay, we already answered no. Well, copying directory is same as it's the cp command, okay. So to copy directory will so sorry, no. So if you use cp command to copy directories, you will get an error message. Okay, so let's see if we type etc skill star dot, what is going to happen. So it did not copy, but the recursive -R option has the cp command copy both files and the directory. So if you use -R, it will copy both the files and the directory. Okay, but we are not going to do it here, because just remember it will copy both. We're not going to practice because it can mess up the file system and the loss of directories. But you can practice after. We can practice after, okay, in your own system. Now, another one is moving files. So what's the difference between copy and moving? What is the difference between copy and moving? Guys, come on.
When you move a file, it's more similar to cut and paste.
Exactly. When you move a file, it deletes the original file. So remember that. So you have to be very careful. Okay, cut and paste. It deletes the original file. And when you copy a file, it retains the original file. So anyway, the same thing with moving file. You have to specify source and destination, and the command is mv. So let's try what we got here. So we type ls, right? So we're gonna move here. So in the following example, host file that was generated previously is moved from the current directory to the videos directory. Remember, we created the host file, hosts here. So we're gonna move this file from your home directory or current directory to the videos directory, which is here. Okay. So if you type mv hosts videos, it will move it to the videos directory. So let's see if it is still there. ls, you see it's not there. If we go to cd, we can like directly just go ls videos, but for beginners, it's always use the absolute path. Okay, and we type ls. Now we have the host file. So it was deleted from original location and moved to your new location. Okay. Now remember, permission will be covered. So when a file is moved, the file is removed from the original location and placed in a new location. Note, if you don't have the right permission, you will receive a permission denied error message. That's what happened to so it's a permission. It's an explicit permission to edit that will let you remove. So and how do you assign permission? We'll learn in the future chapter. Okay. Renaming file. So the move command is not just to move a file, but it can also rename a file. The name of the file will change only if a destination file name is also specified. Okay. So if a destination directory is not specified, the file will be renamed using the destination file name. So for example, let's see. Let's take an example. Where's the example? So ls here. So no. So ls, we have directories, right? And we have two files. Well, we have example.txt and hosts.copy. Okay. So let's see. If we move example.txt to videos new example.txt, but what we did was we moved hosts.copy. So let's try host.copy. So mv, so you're going to use hosts.copy. Old, hosts, no, that's what I'm doing. I'm renaming the original file. This is, which is hosts.copy to, and we are renaming it to new host.copy. Okay. So we are renaming this host.copy to new host.copy by using the mv command. ls Oh, I did it in video. So cd. Now it's new host.copy. Okay. So there are additional MV options. Okay. Like CP command, the move command provides the following option: -I interactive asks if a file is to be overwritten. -N no clobber, do not overwrite a destination file contents, just like the CP command. And verb show the resulting move. There's no -R option, as the move command moves directories by default. Because with the CP command, you have to use -R option to copy directories. But with MV, there's no R option because it moves directories by default. Creating file. So a touch command just can create an empty file, right? So let's see. Let's create a file. Touch sample. Well, that's what they say. Okay. Now, if we type ls long listing sample, so this is our file that we just created. Here, there are permissions. Remember, we talked about the permission: honor, sysadmin, date, November 9 at 2:27. Yeah, because in California is different time. The server is hosted in California, I think. Okay. Notice the file size is 0 bytes because there's nothing in file. Okay. Later on, we'll learn how to add text to a file.
So is this a touch file created in the home directory or not?
Oh, yes, wherever you are.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can specify the path. But here, because I just typed touch sample, it's created in my current location. All right, next. Oh, didn't we talk about removing file? Didn't we cover removing file, or I'm having a deja vu? Okay.
No, we didn't.
No. Okay. So rm command is removing file. Very easy. There's not much to learn here. Just type rm. So let's see. Do we have ls? So we created sample, right? Now I'm gonna remove rm sample. If you type ls, nada, nothing. Okay. As a user should use the -I option when deleting multiple files. So you can delete multiple files by using the wildcard asterisk. So I'm not. So let's see. We create three files here, right? By using the touch command. So we create 3 files. Enter ls. Let's see. So we have 3 files: example, test, and sample.txt. Now we want to remove all this file in just one command. So we're going to use the wildcard. So what is in common between these 3 files? Because it's also, you should also learn how to use the wildcard. So what is in common in between these 3 files?
They all share the same extension.
They all share the same extension. Excellent. So you're going to use the wildcard and use the extension. If they all start, let's say, from word letter E, then you can use E and the wildcard, right? But since they start with the, so the easiest way to delete all this is using the extension with the wildcard. Dash I is, as a precaution, user should use the dash I option when deleting multiple files, so you don't accidentally delete an important file, okay, which happens. So here is going to ask you, remove file example.txt. Yes. Let's say I don't want to remove sample.txt. So I'll just say no. And then I want to remove test.txt. I will say yes. There you go. So this is how you remove files. Now, how to remove directories. So the RM command can be used. So RM command can be used to delete directories. However, the default usage, which is no option of the RM command, will fail to delete a directory, the default usage. So for example, I'll just type RM videos. Remember, we have this, so we have this directory called videos. Let's try to remove this directory and see what happens. Okay, video is a directory. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to use rmdir command to use okay, what is the message here?
Yeah,
Well, it can't be removed because it's full, or there's information inside.
No, you can, yes, but only if the directory is empty. Exactly. Creating directory is easy. Why? Because it's the same command is in DOS. Did you guys create directories in DOS?
Yeah.
You probably must have created many directories.
I have a quick question just on the last slide on your removing directories for them having to be emptied to be able to remove the directory. I might have missed it or not been paying attention at that exact second, but to empty a directory, is there a specific command that you need to do to empty it? Or would you
Just
have to
delete all the
open
files. Delete all the files.
Okay, so you'd have to go in
Yeah.
and individually pull
And
up
use
and delete the
yeah,
files.
use the asterisk command.
But you could also use RM with the recursive flag. So RM-R on a
Exactly.
directory, and that'll do it too.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would, you know what I would do? Well, it's a precautions. I'm very careful removing the directory. First, I go to the directory and see. I rarely use rm-r. I rarely actually delete the whole directory. Okay, but yes, you can, of course, it's here. All right, so mkdir command creates directories. All right, so that's the end of